Welcome to Trading Lounge and the ASX200. We'll also cover the Nifty as well. And with the ASX200 here, we had been looking at this here as down for the A wave, a B wave up here, and looking for 5 waves down here for a C wave. One of the problems with this so far is that the wave 4 that we're looking at here has moved past its 38.2% retracement level, which is that highlighted horizontal line there. So I have seen wave 4s move up to 50% before, so it's still possible that this is a corrective move up into this space here, but we would also need to start looking at it in other ways, which we did yesterday as well. So let's just go through those scenarios here. So in terms of a bear market heading lower, we could also look at it like this too, in terms of wave 1 and 2 here, and then 1 and 2 here coming back into the 50-60% retracement level. So we need to keep an eye on that. One of the things here though is that the 6650 is really the balance line through all of this, so support on top of that would send it bullish at that point. But even so, even being bullish, would still expect it to have one more move up and then an A and a B and a C wave, and then moving up from that space there. So it would look a little bit like this. We still need 5 waves up into this space, and just drilling into that a little bit here, it would look a little bit like this here, with 1 and 2 here and 3 and 4 here. So we're going through wave 4 now, and then up for wave 5. So we would need to see 5 waves up into that space. So drilling down into this like we did yesterday here, we're looking at it like this here. We've got from the low here, we can on the bearish side, we could look at it as wave 3 still coming up to wave 4, or we need to look at it as a low being in place as wave C here. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 for 1 ABC, for 2 here, and then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 here, and then an extension in the next wave here, which is 1 and 2 here and 3 and 4 here, and then extension in this 5th wave of 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here, and then we're going through this ABC pattern here that can take us back to the 38.2% retracement level. So from that high to that low to this high here, it can pull back down to this figure here, which is all in group 2 here of 65, 72 and 80 here. So we're thinking of it as an A wave, a B wave moving back up, and a C wave moving down back onto the trend line here, or even breaking the trend line as wave 4s do, and then pushing higher up into wave 5 here. So with wave 5 here, I was considering this level here, which is the 6650 here, and that's that level I mentioned before. So having support on that, which is kind of the balance line, then would be moving up from there. But even so, moving up here in 5 waves from this point to this level here, then we would see an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave, a deeper correction here. So if you are trading long, then you need to survive the 38.2% retracement level, and then your target would be anywhere from 6630 to 6650 there. So in just sort of recapping this a little bit, the main point here is to figure out if we're just going to get this as an A and a B and a C wave here for wave 4, and that's the top here, or do we get this as being wave 4 here and then wave 5 here? So if we get wave 5, then we know where we are. We'll get an A, B, C back, and then we can look for a long trade to the upside. If it continues to crash past the 38.2% retracement level, then we know that we're in a bit of a bearish mode from that point. So we really need this to play out. And of course, the US markets are in pretty much the same boat, so we can talk about that in that video. In terms of the Nifty here, I'm also going to show a gold chart in a moment too, so if you're interested in that, just hold on for a second. India here, let's just go back out a little bit further here to the 4-hour chart. So I mean, what I was looking for here is from the top here, I was looking down at 1 and 2 and 3 here, and it's triangle for 4 and down for 5 here, and then looking for a corrective move back up into this box here, or to the medium level of 11,500 for wave B here. So it's yeah, that could be the case, but the trouble is I've got 5 waves in this little move here, so I tended to label it wave 1 here, and then looking back for wave 2, and we've shorted it down and we've exited that position, which is the right thing to do. But it still can be the wave C of B here, so that would simply just make all of this down here as an A wave to this point here, and then, what did I say before? So, got my wires crossed here. I just need to rethink it a little bit. Having this up as a C wave anyway for wave B, but I couldn't. I have to get out at this point down here anyway. Look, the main point here is that if the 11,000 here becomes the retested resistance, we'll look to short it at that point. But we'll also get some sort of corrective move back up from that point there as well. So we're just not ready to do anything here. In terms of the move down though, if I just go to the tick chart and look at that, I have sort of calibrated it, the count a little bit here. We've still got, this is the A wave, the B wave here, and 1 and 2 here, and then all the way down for 3 here. A bit hard to squash it all into this chart here, and then wave 4. So we're still on that, in that sequence there, but now this is dropped a little bit further here. I was looking at this as wave 1 here and wave 2 here. Let me just open this up so you can see it. Wave 1 and 2 here, then 1 and 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the third, the fourth, which can go to here as an ABC, 5 for the third here, then an A wave here, a B wave in 3, up for C for the fourth here, and then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 coming down. So we've still got one more to come down here. In fact, too, I need to sort out this here, because this may even be part of, let's copy that and put this here, 3 here and 4 here. There may be one more extra wave coming down, because I'm thinking from wave 2 here to wave 3 here, we've only got 1 and 2 and 3 here, back up for 4 and down for 5 for the third here, and then the fourth, and then the fifth. So, but either way, we're going to end down here somewhere, and I'm not kind of interested in any of this here, because we will see some sort of bounce there, so we're just still going to leave it. But just to let you know that we're out of the trade now, because we took part profit at 11,200 and the rest at 11,100, and now we need to wait for this to resolve down here. So it's going to be a little while before we get back into this market. But one of the interesting things here, just on the gold chart here, we've got a nice correction. This is the 1,500 here. So we've got a situation here where we've got a correction across this level here, so it makes for a nice trigger to the upside. So if this is wave 1 here and back for wave 2, then we'll head up for wave 3, 4 and 5 up through here. So if that heads up through there too, obviously that's going to could put pressure on stocks as well at that point. So that's why I'm sort of thinking the indices may still have a bearish trend in them at this stage, but let's just see which one wins out from here. But this would trigger a long trade from here, and in fact you could also just bring that down onto this high here now. So we had it up here, we've had it here, here and here, so we're looking for that to be triggered here now. All right, thanks for tuning in. Cheers.
unless it's done.
Really?
Just holding up some flags.